Hello guys and welcome back to TNT Madness. Today we're going to be taking a step back from the giant TNT Cannon contraption thingies like the Sand Stacker and Slab Buster and all that, and go back to something that is extremely practical, compact, efficient, and just everything you could ever want. And that is what I call the Slime Block TNT Cannon. So the hybrid cannon has been around for donkey's years, pretty much ever since factions started. And the Slime Block hybrid cannon has been around for a little while, but it's always been huge and not that practical. So today I've gone back to the drawing board and made a brand new one that is extremely compact but still extremely useful because it has tons of range but is extremely efficient. And the reason it is so efficient is because with any Slime Block TNT cannon you're only firing a few TNT. And this one only fires one sand and one TNT and does the same damage as the likes of the poor man's hybrid cannon. So this here is actually so great that I'm going to be using it as my new base hybrid cannon because most of the faction servers are on 1.8 now, and this thing is just so useful and so efficient that I'm probably going to be using it for the rest of the time I play Minecraft. So yeah, the reason this is so useful is because it's so resource efficient because it only uses a few repeaters, a few pistons, and literally no TNT. It only uses one TNT per shot. So you don't have to bring any of the water with you don't have to bring any slabs with you don't need to build a barrel or anything. This thing is dead accurate because it is slime block placed, and the TNT just falls onto the sand, and then the bottom piston fires up, and then about a tick later the piston above it fires it, so it pushes up and then it gets pushed out, and then it starts falling and going up to land wherever you want to go. Another great thing about this is since the range is so good and it actually goes up, if you wanted to, you could technically use this as a roof buster cannon because you can fire it on top of a roof, and since the sand is pushed into the TNT at the same time, it will not go outside the TNT. So that is another very practical use for it. But anyway, let's take a look at this thing in action. So over here we have got our general faction water wall that you'll find on the server, and it's about 30 blocks away from our actual hybrid cannon. So if we go along the side here and press the button, we can see TNT fires in, and as you can see the TNT and sand are inside each other the whole time it's flying in the air. So this is actually the most accurate hybrid cannon I've ever seen, and as you can see it does the same damage that it would normally do for a hybrid cannon because it opens a wall, and if you have to go through several layers you can just use it over and over again. It will not tax your resources at all. And I know this may not seem like a really good hybrid cannon, but in my opinion it is the best hybrid cannon in the game. Like, I'm not just saying that because it is deadly accurate. It can be used as a roof buster. That is extremely good because most people forget that people can actually attack on the top of your base. It can be used, it's just extremely accurate because as you can see it was perfectly inside the block, so it could fall forever technically. It can go upwards, which no other hybrid cannon can do, or not many other ones can do, except without it being huge. It is extremely efficient because it only uses one sand and TNT, which is insane, like honestly. And it's tiny. It is 3x3, like it is absolutely tiny. And finally, it is just resource efficient, so if you have any friends that play factions, believe me, they will love you for showing you this cannon. But enough praising it, let's actually get on to the tutorial. Before I actually get on to the tutorial, I should probably explain how this works. So pretty much what you have is you've just got this button here which splits off into all directions technically. It has redstone that's placed on the top here just so it can go up here, and redstone placed on the side here. So what happens first is as soon as you press the button, TNT is dispensed. And this will just sit here on top of the slime block for pretty much ever. Then after that, it'll go along here and activate the piston one tick later so the sand can fall, and then it'll go ahead and go up here. So then after that, 2 ticks after the piston has been pushed, it'll be about 1/10 of a block away from this actual thing here. So that way it'll push it up, and then a tick later this will push it along. So as you can see it'll dispense and they'll just push the sand and TNT along. So it'll be extremely accurate and you're good for days pretty much. So anyway, now onto the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to need is a 3x3 area as well as 5 blocks up. as well as some building blocks, 3 redstone repeaters, a dispenser, 2 sticky pistons, a piston, 2 slime blocks, and a movable block, which can be a melon, a furnace, dispenser, dropper, really anything like that, and a button. So the first thing you want to do is come down to the front here and place a sticky piston facing upwards. Also, we're going to be building this from bottom to top. After that, you want to place a slime block on top, followed by a block here, and a block on the back here, as well as a temporary block on the back. Then you want to place your dispenser facing inwards, then you can place your button on the side here, which is going to be your input. After that, you can place redstone on the back here and here, followed by a redstone repeater set to free text delay on here. This will power this piston, as you can see. So after that, we want to come up the back here, place a block there with a redstone repeater set to 1 tick delay, followed by a block here. After that, you want to place a block here. So actually this block here is where your piston's going to go. Then you want to place your immovable block here, and the only reason this is here is so when this extends, when it's on the way back down, it doesn't pick up any blocks with it, so it doesn't break anything. After that, you just want to place a piece of redstone here, followed by a block on the side like so. Then you want to place a block under it with a redstone repeater set to free text delay. Then after that, you want to come along the front here and shift click onto your repeater so you can place your sticky piston like so with a slime block on front. This will not actually interact with anything because this is just redstone, which is not technically a block. So that is pretty much this whole done. After that, what you want to do is fill up this area here with sand and this with TNT, and you are completely done. Like I said, all you want to do is fill this with TNT, followed by placing any amount of sand on the side here. It is technically infinite, and then you are done building your hybrid cannon, so congrats on that. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you don't know, recently I hit 2,500 subscribers, and I did the ultimate redstone house, which took me like 100+ hours, and it is really, really good. So if you have not seen it, I would highly recommend you check it out, because it is just awesome. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like button, and you want to see 2 videos a week, then hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified. But anyway, goodbye from TNT Madness.